Hi and welcome to another edition of This Woman Can. I am your host, Janice Sutherland, and it's my mission to equip, educate ambitious women to excel in their careers and become impactful leaders and create more wins in their life. So let me ask you a question. Is your network working for you? Strong question. Over my career, I have always been fairly confident meeting new people and making new connections and also leveraging them when needed. But the importance of networking for me personally really hit home when I became a corporate CEO, because in that role, I quickly observed that success in the role would hinge greatly on the relationships that I could build across multiple spheres, multiple platforms. Plus, the nature of the position meant that people really demanded more from me. And I realised I had to be really focused with my time or I'd be overstretched. So networking for me became very deliberate. I had to be clear as to why I wanted to talk to a particular person. I'd consider the benefit of the connection and how it could be a symbiotic relationship. Now, this approach has also been integral in me building a successful business and entrepreneur and in my coaching practice. However, over the past few months, as I've worked with a number of women who have found themselves considering their career options, either by force or design, I've noticed how uncomfortable they are networking or underestimate the power of the process. And given the integral career role networking has played for me, it really pains to see how underutilised it is amongst women. Now, although women are typically seen as more, I say air quotes here, social than men, overall, according to the 2018 Women in Workplace report by McKinsey and Lean In, women actually network less than men. And when women do network, they do so mostly with other women rather than men. Now, I see this as a real cause for concern for women and as individuals and power players within their companies and industries. So the question then came up for me, what is preventing women from successfully networking? Now, research indicates that it's women themselves who are creating self-imposed barriers, including gendered modesty, underselling their value and strengths, and reluctantly leveraging their connections as a means to advance their careers. But by not networking, women are missing out on so many opportunities, because if persons don't know who you are, what you do, or what you accomplished, you're not going to be noticed. No one's going to do it for you. And as you network, you'll uncover opportunities to connect with different types of mentors and advisors. You increase your visibility with senior management, and you can further develop your areas of expertise and improve your soft skills. And given current conditions, we have to use every tool available to ensure we maximize our career potential. So this is for all the women who find networking icky, a bit uncomfortable, or would value support in networking. So the first thing I would advise is change your mindset. Networking is paramount to your career advancement, and the adage of it's not what you know, it's who you know can sometimes be the difference between you landing that role or not. Networking is not just external. You may assume that networking is an activity reserved for your time out of the office and off the clock, but nothing could be further from the truth. While there is value in connecting with people who work in other companies or in different fields outside of where you work, don't discount the importance of networking, internal networking in the workplace. Whether you're new to the company and want to get the lay of the land, or you've already established and you have your sights set on promotion, networking with your co-workers can be incredibly beneficial to your career progression. And it's even more critical for women because we often get less access to senior leaders than men do. Yet employees who interact regularly with senior leaders are more likely to ask for and receive promotions, stay at their companies, and aspire to be leaders. Next, I want you to make it a priority. I get it, networking can be tedious and sometimes awkward, but according to research, 85% of jobs are filled through networking, which means this activity ultimately benefits us in the long term. To be successful, develop a strategy. What are your interests? What areas do you want to build new connections? Consider your long and short-term career goals and work back from there. Your plan may require you to step outside of your comfort zone to build those relationships with those people who can really influence your career. Establishing clear actions and timelines will keep you focused and accountable. Next, I want to say focus on quality over quantity. The number of connections in your network is not as important as creating meaningful connections. Connect with purpose and nurture the relationships you have. And also consider this: give more than you take. Consider what you'll bring to the conversation as well as what you hope to gain. No one wants a friend or a colleague who only calls when they need something. We know what that's like. Be considerate of your connection's time and ask yourself, how can I help this person? Rather than simply, how can this person help me? Treating each meeting or conversation with a long-term lens, rather than expecting something at the end of the conversation, really is the best approach. And I'd also advise, seek out people you admire. Having conversations with leaders in roles you aspire to is a great way to learn about the career path you're interested in and determine if it's the right one for you. And while you're at it, ask for referrals. Who in your network already knows the people you want to connect with? It's easy. Ask them for their help in making that introduction so it's a smoother transition. I'd also say use social media. Ensure your social media profiles are professional and reflective of the professional you strive to be, especially on LinkedIn, as a lot of recruiters use that. But don't just rely on social media alone. It's an important tool, but it should really augment your networking efforts, not replace them. I know it's difficult to get out and about right now, but there are loads, absolutely loads of online conferences and the like. And as organisers know that people are experiencing webinar burnout, the smart ones have introduced interactive components like speed networking. Lastly, I'd say get involved in your community. Volunteer with industry associations and career-relevant not-for-profit roles. Build relationships outside the organisation you work for, because not only you'll be giving back to your community, but you'll also become visible to potential future employers, and you'll stay on top of industry trends. One more. Stay open-minded. Don't overthink a connection, because you never know where an introduction can lead. Advice, support and referrals can come from the most surprising sources. And when a networking opportunity arises, seize it, because the more you do, the easier it will become. It really is time for you to get out of your own way and focus on the benefits, or as I like to call it, the return on investment of networking. After all, this is a crucial skill, one that will continue to pay dividends throughout your career, a woman's career. And done right, networking lets women identify role models, find mentors and sponsors, and expand their career and business opportunities. And as they rise in their careers, they can also pay it forward by helping others coming up behind them. So that's it for this week. And don't forget, you can sign up for my free Leadership Matters masterclasses and newsletters that will aid you to become the most fabulous leader you can be by heading to my website janicesutherland.com to sign up. And remember, until next time, if I can, you can, this woman can. Take care.